So my ugly side of YouTube video just hit 10,000 views. And you know what? This just tells me one thing. A lot of creators are feeling the same struggles I've been talking about. And honestly, this video is just the beginning. Today, I want to go deeper into something most creators, small creators, deal with, but don't always say it out loud. And that's burnout. Because let's be real, creating content week after week, pouring your energy into this platform and not always seeing the results that you hope for, it wears you down. And if you're watching this, you already know exactly what I mean. Hey y'all, I'm Jamielenear, just call me Jamie. Welcome back to another video. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. When y'all see this video, it'll probably most likely be Wednesday because y'all know I post on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But I just wanted to come on here and, talk about some more things that have been on my mind and a lot of things that small creators at that usually experience being on this YouTube platform. So I just wanted to give y'all some motivation. Y'all know how I do. A sister trying to help you out. I'm just letting y'all know some of the things that I've experienced, and then maybe it could help you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So we all know the pressure to keep uploading. We know that. YouTube tells us to be consistent. Upload 2 to 3 times a week. Post shorts, go live, do it all. And while consistency is important, the pressure to always show up becomes overwhelming, especially if you are mom, you working, or you just juggling life in general. And it's just easy to feel like YouTube owns your time instead of owning your channel. That constant grind is the reason why most small creators burn out, because you just feel like if you don't upload every day or 2 to 3 times a week, that you're going to get lost in the algorithm, when in all reality, you really need to pace yourself. You need to do what you can handle. You need to do what you could afford yourself. Give yourself some grace. I posted every day. I started off like you, posting once a week because I did what I felt I needed to do at that time. And then eventually it went up to 2 days, then it went up to 3 days, and then it went up to every day. And then after I started doing every day, I just continued to do every day until maybe a couple of weeks ago, and then I stopped knocking back down to 3 days a week. Y'all have to give yourself some grace. You have to do what you can do. If you can't upload every single day, don't do that, because you can burn yourself out like that. You don't want to get to that point where you come on this platform and you be like, oh, I don't want to do this, because you're burnt out. And let's not talk about money, because it matters. Some of my videos pull thousands of views, and y'all would think that that means big money. Nope. Sometimes 10,000 views is only $70. And when you break it down to the hours of filming, the editing, the promoting, the math just doesn't add up. And that's what drains creators. Giving everything you got for pennies at first, and sometimes no money at all. And then it starts to make you question, is it even worth it? And that's a heavy weight that leads to burnout fast. And then you start to get in the mental toll of comparison, wherein you see creators who started around the same time as you, they hitting 50,000 views, 100,000 views, and then you grinding for every single milestone. It starts to mess with your head. That's why I always tell you, you really can't compare yourself to nobody else, because you don't know what that person had to do to get to where they need to be. Your time will come. Everybody's time and journey is different. I didn't really start seeing no views on my video until this year. I started becoming back active on YouTube last year, May. And this year, January 2025 is when I really started seeing views on my video. So sometimes it could take somebody a year. Sometimes it can take people even longer to even see views or even make money on this platform. You've got people that have been on this platform longer than me, and some of these people are still not monetized. Or you got people who've been monetized and then they ended up getting demonetized and then they had to become back monetized. So it's just a lot. And that's why I tell y'all daily, stay in your lane. You stay in your lane, mind your business. It's your story, your path, your growth. It's just simple as that. And for a lot of small creators, that constant comparison, that started to eat you up. That eat y'all up real bad. And then eventually y'all end up quitting. And then you're just like, what good does that do? Because you're comparing yourself to somebody else. And when y'all learn to stop comparing yourself to somebody else, you'll get far. Now let's talk about why so many people quit before making it. Now here's the truth. Most creators don't quit because they're lazy. They quit because they're exhausted. They've been pouring their everything into their YouTube channel, and then they start not to see enough in return emotionally, financially, or even growth. And that's why burnout is such a silent killer on YouTube. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts to creep up on you until you finally just stop uploading. You just finally like, I done had enough. This doesn't benefit me at all. And if you feel like you're experiencing that burnout, you might need to take a step back, take a break, because you don't want to get to that point where you're just like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want nobody to get to that point. I've got to that point where I'm like, you know what? Like I told y'all, I've been crying, seeing the views that I want to see. I'm doing this and doing that. When it comes to my YouTube channel, I'm making sure my our SEO optimized, the keyword search ready, and you do all of that, and make sure you the keywords in your description box, and you have the hashtags and video tags, and then you do all that and you don't see nothing in return. When you start to feel burnout, just take a break, take a step back, rethink, give yourself time to rethink, to see if this is really what you want to do. Because like I tell y'all, YouTube is a long game. It's a long game, and all it takes is just one video. So you have to find balance in whatever you got going on in your life. Because see, once you monetize on this platform, this is your job forever unless you do something to mess it up. So I just want to leave y'all with this. If you are feeling this way, you got to know you are not alone. Burnout is real, and it doesn't mean that you are weak or that you don't belong on YouTube. It just means that you've been carrying more thing than most people realize. And if this hits home, go back and check out the ugly side of YouTube video, because the response to that video showed me how many of us are in this together. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.